这是浙江大学开发的城市住房选址的可视分析系统。在实际买房或租房的时候，大家都会有诸如早高峰期间在30分钟内去上班，晚高峰期间在30分钟内下班，去某个超市买菜后再回家等类似的需求。目前现有的在线购房系统中，针对地理的筛选功能极为有限，往往只提供基于直线距离的筛选功能，并不能满足用户的需求。我们利用大规模出租车轨迹数据，预测了从城市中某个位置出发，在某时间段内能达到的范围。如视频所见，这个系统可以综合考虑购房者的个人需求，比如价格、面积、可达性等多属性可视化的过滤、比较、排序大量的可选住宅，帮助购房者进行选择。
In this video, we present Reach, a novel visual analytics system that helps people find, evaluate, and choose an ideal home based on multiple criteria, including reachability. The interface of Reach comprises 4 views: timeline, map, ranking, and wishlist. Reachability constraints are laid out vertically as node link diagrams in the timeline view. Nodes represent sets of locations identified by different colors. The glyph inside the node indicates the type of locations. The percentage of reachable locations is encoded with the donut chart surrounding the node. Time spent on these locations can be specified by dragging the handle around the node. The radius of the node is adaptive with the duration selected. Dark bars and links between the nodes encodes reachability threshold. Users can edit an activity in the activity editor. The traveling method can be toggled with buttons at the top. Reachability threshold is encoded with a reachability chart. The x-axis encodes the reachability threshold, and the y-axis encodes the number of reachable locations. Map view comprises 2 layers, namely candidate and constraint layers. On the candidate layers, candidates are drawn as green circles. Green route on the layer depicts the fastest path from a candidate that satisfies the given constraint. Constraint layer becomes visible when users open the activity editor. A heat map is plotted on the constraint layer, visualizing the reachability from the fixed locations of the activity. Ranking view organizes all candidates in a table. Embedded attribute filters enable progressive and interactive candidate filtering. Users can also rank candidates by one or aggregate attributes and save interesting candidates to the wishlist view. We present 2 usage scenarios to illustrate the effectiveness and the usability of our system. We will follow John, a middle-aged software engineer who is looking for an apartment to live in with his family. Before creating reachability constraints, John wants to explore the candidates in the city for some preliminary studies. He toggles attribute filters from the ranking view. Since John cannot afford such luxurious apartments, he adjusts the upper bound to 5 million. In addition to the price, floor size is also one of the major concerns for a 2-kid family, so John raises the lower bound of the floor size to 100 square meters. After filtering, roughly 600 candidates remain in the ranking view. John then proceeds to the timeline view. He decides to leave home at 8 o'clock in the morning and adds another 8:15 node with his workplace pick from the map view. However, only 17 candidates match his requirements because the generated reachable region is smaller than expected. John is unable to find ideal candidates because apart from the old apartments, 2 recently built ones are not cost-effective. These 2 apartments are expensive with small floor size. Hence, John changes his mind and decides to leave home 15 minutes earlier. This time, a large reachable region is generated with 77 candidates after being filtered. John increases the reachability threshold such that he maintains the number of candidates to choose from while reducing the probability of being late for work. Planning to drop off his children at school on his way to work, John adds a node at 8 o'clock and chooses a school location preset. With the result of preliminary surveys, John found 2 equally preferred schools, school number 27 and school 325. Since either school is suitable for his children, he would like to compare the candidates based on the school choice he makes. First, John locates school number 27 in the map view, which is near Chilshi Elevated. A spatial filter is applied, such that the school node in the timeline view only consists of school number 27. From the reachability heat map, John discovers that the high reachable regions are mainly distributed along Qiushi Expressway. However, he notices that the number of distant candidates reduced quickly as he increases the reachability threshold between homes and the school, indicating the high possibility of traffic congestions along Qiushi Expressway. Thus, he lowers the threshold for more choices and obtains an ideal candidate, Qiantang Mingdu, by ranking with 50% price and 50% floor size. This candidate is saved to the wishlist for further comparison. Then, John locates school 325 and applies another spatial filter. The heat map reveals the excellent reachability of this school, which is mainly contributed by two roads, Shangtang Elevated and Zhonghe Elevated. Moreover, the number of candidates reachable from school number 325 is more stable than that reachable from school number 27. By browsing the ranking view with the same weight settings, John discovers that Shengdu Gongyu is the best choice if he sends his children to school number 325. To make the comparison, he asks Qiantang Mingdu back from the wish list. The former best choice is clearly outperformed by the current one. Therefore, John decides to contact the owner of Shengdu Gongyu for more details.
可视化也为互联网和社交媒体带来了新的活力。唐诗宋词是中华民族5000年的瑰宝，也是历史的见证。浙江大学与新华网合作，开发了以唐诗宋词为主题的数据新闻，将数据、技术、艺术、宣传融为一体，并在新华网全网推送。大家可以在电脑上进行交互操作。宋词缱绻，何处话人间这个作品分析了全宋词中2万多首词，分析了词的意象情绪，描绘了两宋300多年间那些经典词句后的大千世界。我有柔情似水，亦有豪情万丈。唐代女诗人群像这个作品则聚焦女诗人，分析了5万多首唐诗，同时分析了他们的用词频率、常用意象以及人际关系。周琦的 MBA 之路是浙江大学和新华网合作的另一个数据新闻作品，分析了周琦比赛成绩、比赛贡献，并使用 MDS 投影方法比较了周琦和 NBA 联盟球员的各项体测数据，得出周琦或许也能够成为像卡尔·安东尼·唐斯那样的新型中锋。